Leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're a fan of YNW Melly. Now, getting into the new year of 2021, some sad news has just been released involving YNW Melly and his court case. YNW Melly has sadly been locked up now for the last couple of years. People are actually starting to forget about him now, which is also a bit upsetting. Sadly, I wish I had better news to share, but in this video, I'm going to be explaining the reasons on why YNW Melly's music career is starting to look like it's just going to be over due to some of this exclusive information that I am about to share about his court case. Now make sure you guys watch this video all the way until the end, as this is one you're not going to want to miss. Now, this news has been going around online like absolute crazy. At the time of this recording, a ton of news outlets such as Complex, Dama's Live News, XXL, honestly the list just goes on and on, reported about some leaked video from 2018 that was now starting to get released, and it's starting to get leaked as well, of YNW Melly admitting he did the act. Now obviously I can't share the official video due to it being involved in a legal court case, but I can actually share exactly what YNW Melly said in it from somebody who actually watched the leaked video. And I do just want to say now, it still has not been 100% confirmed if this is going to be used against him in his court case. Apparently there's some ways to get around it so that this isn't even a factor in the end result. So hopefully that honestly is the case, because I would love for this to not even matter in his court case, and so then he can be let free. But what he says in the video basically goes as followed. YNW Melly says this, and I quote, "There's no regret for the stuff that I did for that man to pass." Then according to the description of the video, YNW Melly then puts up a pen to his head, as it is a certain type of item. You could probably imagine what I'm talking about. And I do want to mention I had to change a few of the words that he said in that video due to the word choices that YNW Melly made, but I'm pretty sure you understand what I mean. And with this video randomly being found by who I believe was the law enforcement, but I'm not 100% sure, but this is absolutely huge in his court case. Obviously, when it is cleared and allowed to be on the internet, I'm going to make sure I share it here on this YouTube channel, so make sure you just subscribe if you want to see it in the future. But I'm really hoping that this doesn't get used against him. But from the research that I'm doing online and from the reputable sources that I'm looking at, a lot of them are saying that this video will most likely be used against him in his court case, which honestly is probably the final straw, as YNW Melly literally says there's no regret for the stuff that I did to that man. In the actual video itself, without me changing the words, I'm pretty sure it's even more convincing of who he's talking about, and who he's talking about is his two best friends, YNW Juvy and YNW Sakchaser, who were two of YNW Melly's best friends from childhood. These guys literally grew up together, went through a lot of things together, not being from the best of areas, and did what they had to do to get things done. Sadly, they passed in what YNW Melly said was a drive-by, but after further investigation, the law enforcement believed that did not happen, and it was actually YNW Melly who did the act towards his two best friends. That has still not been confirmed, but from a lot of the information that's been shared, it's starting to kind of look like YNW Melly may have done it. But I'm about to actually share a lot of very important information and evidence from his court case that could probably be the final straw in his court case. So make sure you guys continue watching, as this is very important. Now, getting into the next piece of information, I know I have shared this in a previous video, but we have gained a lot of subscribers since then. And this is probably the most important piece of evidence there is in this court case. And it's basically full proof showing that YNW Melly was with Juvy and Sakchaser on the day it all happened. Now in the photo I will be sharing with you guys on the screen actually shares YNW Melly's car that they were driving in, and it shows where everybody was sitting in the car on the day it happened. So as you can tell from the photo, in the car there was Melly, Borland, Juvy, and Sakchaser. As I said earlier, pretty much the entire team of YNW Melly. Them driving around together is a pretty common thing, and I'm pretty sure they probably do it all the time, seeing as they all live together. But why it's so important is because it proves that YNW Melly was with these three gentlemen on the day it happened, and the law enforcement is actually using this photo as sort of leverage to show the judge that if they can't find proof of it being a quote-unquote drive-by, then who else could have done it? And honestly, they're probably going to be using this photo to show, look who's in this car on the day it happened. If they can't find any surveillance footage and things like that from street cameras, and they're just going to assume it probably had to have been somebody in the car. But I'm really hoping it doesn't end up turning out to be like that, as I would love for YNW Melly to be let free. Now make sure you guys continue watching, as I'm about to share something very important about YNW Melly's music career and future songs. Now sadly, if YNW Melly does end up getting locked up for the rest of his life for this situation, I don't believe there is much pre-recorded YNW Melly music. Now, I do believe, however, there's a lot of features recorded from YNW Melly, as Lil Durk actually had one himself, used it in his new album that he released last weekend at the time of this recording. But the thing is, with YNW Melly not really having much pre-recorded music, his music career is honestly pretty much just kind of done at that point. YNW Melly, without any pre-recorded music, won't be able to keep his name relevant in the music industry, but we haven't been told yet from any of YNW Melly's management from his music label that he has or has not recorded any pre-recorded music. I mean, we can hope that he does have some in a music vault, but without any pre-recorded music, he's not going to be able to keep himself relevant in the music industry, and due to that, his music career will just officially be over, as that is the title of this video, because honestly, that's starting to look like what is going to happen in this situation. To be fair though, I would love nothing more in 2021 for YNW Melly to be let free. I think that would be one of the best things to start the year off with, and YNW Melly is confident, however, he will be released one day. Again, I'm really hoping that is the case. If you guys are too, make sure you just leave a like on the video right now, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. It is District Trending. I am going to be ending the video off here. I really hope you guys did enjoy it. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.